candidate that's near one of those locations, it is very common to have them make that their residence office and then commute back and forth into Cherry Hill.
And are there any shared services locations that do not correspond with the TD acquisition? Are there any shared service locations that basically TD decided, based on geographical factors, to open up a shared service center somewhere else?
So that would be the model validation team. They set up the head and most of the support function is in South Carolina, in Greenville, versus in New Jersey.
Okay.
It was decided.
Go ahead.
It was just decided because of a couple of different factors because you have to hire a staff for 15, 20 people within a year, and also not having enough space in New Jersey. And it was decided to have the kind of the main functions and the headquarters for that. I mean, I wouldn't call it headquarters, but most of the support function, the operations for that is not in New Jersey. But again, the person who is in charge of that department, even though the people are there, is in New Jersey.
And do you know why? I understand that there was no space in New Jersey, but do you know why they selected South Carolina?
It was a combination because it's not only just the space, but also talent.
So South Carolina is a hotbed for risk model people.
Because I guess, UNC is not that far, and also they were just seeing a lot more statisticians and economics. It's easier to hire them, also the cost as well, right?
So is that the reason? Because we also heard that North Carolina there's a concentration of financial institutions in North Carolina. So in selecting South Carolina, would you say it's the same reason in terms of the lower reduced cost, the likely talent from the nearby universities with Duke and UNC, and also likely talent from some of the other banks being located there? Like, are all those the factors that you guys use? Any other reasons?
Correct, yeah, and when we talk about North Carolina and South Carolina, it's not that far, right? Because once you get into the Charlotte area, you drive a little bit, and you're in South Carolina, it's not that far. And then also just thinking about, like I said, in terms of space, that there was kind of an empty floor there, and then also the person who was selected to be the head of that team for that shared service preferred that location. So I mean, it's that's what ends up happening, because right now.
Can I interrupt? Sorry to interrupt. It's Adam again. Because it is cross-border, TD Canada, TD US, does the Canadian side view Cherry Hill and all of the HQ and functions and services located there because of the acquisition as kind of the shared service of the US for them, for their operations and initiatives from Canada? Does that make sense, or do you want me to rephrase?
If you don't mind rephrasing it, I'm just.
So, strategically, you already have the HQ, right? So, from a Canadian perspective, right, from a Canadian-based perspective, is it kind of the idea, why have different operations in different areas if we've already acquired the one bank, and that's just going to serve as our one single shared service location, because everyone needs to funnel up to the top anyway to make those decisions. So just have it as the one portal to the U.S. from a function perspective.
I think so. I think having one portal does help, but I think that there were pretty significant other acquisitions too, where you can't just walk away from an area where you have a large presence and not have staffing, right? Because there's